What is up? I probably am very... Okay, there we go. What's up? Renee, you're supposed to be asleep right now. What are you doing on TikTok? Go to bed. All right, let me post this on my Instagram real quick. Yes, mind you, I am minding you. All right. But well, since you're here, how does the audio sound on your end? Is the music too loud? Am I too loud? I appreciate it, but I'm trying to be supportive of your sleep schedule. But if you can tell me how the audio sounds on your end, that would be greatly appreciated. I tried a new setting on the TikTok live stream. That's because the audio is not that loud down here. All right, let me post this on the gram. That's crazy. What? Why did my YouTube live stream go down? Ah! Okay, we back. All right, I think we're back. I think we're good. However, now I was about to post it. Why did TikTok pop up? What? All right. I am going to go ahead and get started once I make this post. We're gonna do that. We're gonna add a sticker, add a link. Let me get the YouTube live stream URL. All right, and then we're gonna do one more link. Oh, I can only add one link. So I think I'm just gonna push everybody to YouTube because I prefer YouTube over Twitch, to be completely honest with you. Hot take. Even though Twitch is the live streaming platform, I am partial to Twitch to YouTube. Demos. Tell people what the live stream is gonna be. All right, there we go. We are posted on the socials. Promote the stream. Well, welcome to the live stream. I'm trying out a new angle today. We'll see how this works. If people like it, if people don't like it, as people like kind of join in and stuff like that. But I wanted a different angle where you could see everything and I don't have to worry about like moving the camera. So I'm gonna try this out and I'm gonna see if this works better for the live stream. If you like how it looks, let me know. If you don't, let me know and I can go to the more up close and personal feel. But because I kind of jump around between my computer right here and then also my keyboard and stuff, I figured it might make sense for me to have a wider view. Let me also connect to that. I need my keyboard. And the push is on. Yep, we got power to the push. We got lights. Beautiful. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So that does not matter. Last week, I did a live stream where I was going through my old demos. And today I wanted to do the same. Let me do a quick audio check on YouTube briefly so I can make sure that the audio on live stream for YouTube is decent. Because I don't want it to be bad. Live right now. But yeah. Okay, yeah, that sounds actually really good. Wow. Okay, you can actually hear me. You can hear the music that's in the background. Yeah. Anyways, with that being said, like I was saying, last week I did a live stream where I was, ooh, what is this? I just opened a bunch of source code on my computer. Last week I did a live stream where I was playing old demos. Like demos from when I first started making music all the way up to 2015. So I started in about 2011. And then I was playing demos from like the folder from 2011 all the way up to 2015 is where I left off. And I decided that I was gonna keep that up. I was gonna play some demos from 2016 today. Now, 2016 is a very interesting pivot in my music journey, because in 2015 I got accepted to a music program where I would spend an entire school semester literally just making music and performing. So 2016 is where I start doing a lot more vocals with the music. Now, I will tell you right now, I think these are really bad, but this was like year one of me figuring out how to do this artist thing. So that's just how I feel. But we'll see how you feel when you actually listen to it. With that being said, let me go ahead, jump over to the live view. Let let us see. We're going to jump over here. So this is the entire folder that I was playing from last week. This is each individual year, and then a folder of just demos that I made. This is a playlist I made a little while ago. Anyways. Yeah, so I am going to jump into this 2016 folder. These are all the instrumentals. I think there might be some vocals on some of these. But then when we get to the vocal stuff, this is where we'll jump into here. These are some of the songs that I made as I was working on finding out who I was as an artist and trying to figure out what my style was vocally and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to actually start here. I'm going to start with this track because I think this actually was made in 2015, this 1,000 Words. I find it embarrassingly bad. But maybe you won't. So anyways, let's go ahead and play this one. And this one has a few different versions actually too.
In 1,000 words, I can paint a picture. If you close your eyes, I'll be your descriptor. In 1,000 words,
I hate this so much.
I can paint a picture. If you close your eyes, I'll be your descriptor.
Just vibe to it, like I do it. First stop in the car, then I ride to it. Look all around at the city lights. They shine more bright in the midnight. Roll the windows down, listen to the sound. Cars pass by as you head downtown. Ride slow and take it all in. Feel the cool breeze against your skin.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's not. It could have been way worse. I think that's all I recorded on this. But yeah, like I wouldn't say that's necessarily. That's not terrible. I don't like the way that I used my voice on this. But this was like 2015, so I think I was 20 or 19, and this was like early on with me trying to figure out how to even use my voice in songs. So yeah, that one's not great. But let's go through some of these beats real quick and see what I got. Let's see what this one is. Okay, decent, interesting chord progression. Okay. I actually do like it. I like these drums, actually. I think this is where I was definitely... I don't like that. But I think this is where I was kind of starting to figure out my production style at the time. Like, I was figuring out how to, like, just make things that sounded good and interesting in comparison to what I was making before. If you need a refresher, I can go back to the other... I can go back to the other playlist. If you want to hear what the old stuff sounded like, because this is 2016. I go back to 2011, you could hear the worst beat you've ever heard in your life. But that's not bad. It's all my little experimentation. What's up, Will? Yeah, I definitely have found my groove in 2016. Like, this is where I figured out what I was doing. Like, this is like... I wouldn't say I'm impressed with this, but I am proud of this one. I thought this was gonna be bad. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one is called Complex 2. Okay. This one actually, somebody actually took this one and made a song with it. I don't know if the song is still out. I envisioned this as a rap beat when I made it, and then a singer got on it, Laura. Motivated by me, well, I appreciate that. Hopefully, honestly, I have realized the thing that I have been working towards is becoming the best version of myself. And I hope that when I'm doing that, other people see that and it inspires and motivates them to try to become the best version of themselves too. Um, so if it's working, then it's working. But yeah, no, I really liked this beat when I made it. I was like, this beat, the swing. But I got the idea from like a hip hop song, from like an underground rap song. And I was just making a similar version of that, and then an R&B singer sang on it, and it was like something completely different from what I thought it was gonna be initially. But the swing on this, whew. All right, that's enough of that one. Let's see what Deja Vu is. This one, I'm kind of on the fence with. I don't love the drums, but I love the idea. I remember this one though. Something that I realized about my old production is I loved kick drums. Like, I use so many kick drums in my production. You can, like, just listen to this. But this one was still crazy though. All right. The next one, Someday, Bare Bones. This was, if I recall, at the end of that music program. I was just working up some ideas, and I had an idea for a song with a full band, and I was kind of like just mapping out like the general idea of what I wanted it to sound like initially. So this is me playing bass. So I played bass, and then I can't play electric guitar, so I think I just played keys. And I wanted this to be like guitar, then have like a drummer and stuff like that. It would have made a nice little rock vibe. But I just never actually did anything with this to actually like build it into a full song. It would have been interesting though. I could have kept the harpsichord in there. Yeah. But since we're talking about the music program, I'm going to go back and I'm going to play another one from here. Okay, I'm going to play, I think last week I played the video of the demo of me performing this song on the very first week of that music program. They were very confused by me when I got there because I showed up because I snuck in with a rap song that was trash, but they didn't have any gauge for what a good rap song sounded like. And then I showed up and this was the very first song I wrote. So it was like, that's not what we brought him in for. There's a little rap verse in this, but whatever. I'm not playing that video game because that was highly. Let's see. Okay. All right. Sorry, I had a text from my wife. What's this? Okay. This was the third to last song I wrote in the music program. It's called Contemporary Music Center, by the way. It was a really cool experience. And I met some really cool people that I'm still friends with today. So this week we had a challenge. For this week, we had a challenge where we had to write a song based off of I don't remember if it was like a picture or a still image from a movie. So I'll show you the movie scene that I used for the reference. Because I still remember this. I think the specific frame that I was using was this one. Can I just... Okay. I can't just go full screen and only show this, so I will just pull this in. But this scene from Inception. So it was like based off of this, basically this image, maybe another image or something. But I had so I used this as the reference image to write this song, which also, song is terrible, but I used it to write the song. I hate my voice. This is why I don't rap anymore, because I sound like this. Also, let me just say, I had never been to San Francisco when I wrote this song. I've been to San Francisco now. Yeah. I've been to San Francisco now, but I had not been to San Francisco when I wrote this song. So I was out here talking about being in San Fran. Never been there in my life at that time. I literally didn't go to San Francisco until like a few years ago, maybe. So like almost 10 years later, I actually went to San Francisco for the first time. It was actually a cool city. I like it. If I could go there for not work reasons and just kind of hang out, that'd be cool. So let's see. I think the last week of the music program, I was working on this song. And then I got home and I finished it and put it out. This was probably the first ever song that I ever put out. It's embarrassing. All this stuff is embarrassing to me, though.
Check it out. Got me walking on water, baby. Got me floating on cloud nine. Got me feeling like I'm crazy. Got me using up all my time just to get to you. Just to get to you.
I don't know what I was doing.
Just to get to you. All I care about is you. Skies are blue.
Yeah, I can't listen to that. Oh my. Yeah. So that's pretty much all that stuff. Just to prove to people, if you're joining and you're only hearing these old demos from like 2016, I did get better. I promise. Here's an example of me getting better. This is from 2021. Once again, I'm playing bass. This is literally just to prove that I got better at making music after you heard some of the worst things you've heard in your life.
And it goes, 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 and it goes. maybe next time you won't and I can't
Yeah, this is another demo that I worked on.
maybe next time you won't and I can't
So this one was 2021 as well. But clearly I got better than I was in 2016. So shout out me for most improved or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Do we have anything else that I want to play? Let's see. What's the No. I have two versions of this in here because I usually would just upload one, but for whatever reason, I have two versions. And the drums are slightly different. Yeah. Yeah, but 2016 was a very pivotal year for me as a musician and a creative and an artist. Even though I didn't realize or acknowledge that I was an artist at the time, uh, I it's where things started to change for me, like musically. Because like before that, I feel like I was just trying to figure out how to make music. And then around 2015 is where I kind of figured it out. And then I added this new dynamic of my own vocals. So as a result, I had to figure out how to use my voice. And with that came the challenge of how do I make good songs? But I kept on working at it. So I don't have this in the folder. I don't know why Discord is giving notifications right now. Anyways, I don't have this in the folder, but I think maybe I can find this. This is gonna be like, this was after I graduated from college. So that would have been like 2017. I met some people and we made a music group and we made an album. I was really bad at mixing, but is it on here? It is. Perfect. So yeah, this came out in 2018, but we were working on this in 2017. So, so we heard me trying to do other stuff. Weird vocals. 2016. My way, don't care what you say. That's a live performance from the end of the semester. Yeah. But so we got an idea of that. But then we transition into me kind of figuring out this stuff. This was like the first song that I did with this group that we put together with a couple of my friends, Bizzo and Vino. We named the group OZN. At the time, I was going by Nazario. I came up with OZN as a joke because all of us had O at the end of our name. And I was like, oh, the ozone. But then that sounds stupid. So I was like, what if we just drop a bunch of letters and just go by OZN? And they really liked that. So yeah. But we worked on this and we made this project, which it looks like some people have listened to, which is cool. So this is after this is like about 2 years into using my vocals. 3 years maybe.
Check. And I gotta go. Time is running out. I know. Got one foot in the door of my future. Say hello. And I gotta go. Time is running out. I know. Got one foot in the door of my future. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello.
nice to meet you.
I did a really bad job on the mix, I will just say. But overall, the core idea of the song, really cool. I actually, as much as I don't go back and listen to this project, I do like what we were able to pull off with this. Because life was lifing at this point in time for all of us, I think. Like just a lot was happening in our lives at this point. And we still managed to put out this album. It was a lot of work. I nearly passed out from exhaustion, which is not the first time that would have happened, actually. Like, I guess I could do a story time live stream if anybody's ever interested in that. But yeah, I was exhausted when I made this project. Let's see. If you want to hear if my rapping improved, at this point in time, like currently, I have retired from rapping, but I hadn't retired from rapping at this point yet. So the next track on the song starts with me rapping, and I'll play a few seconds so you can cringe along with me.
I'm a future legend, yeah, you heard me right. Had to jump up on the mic just to let the world know. Ozzy in the new tribe. I've been working 8 to 5, making music every night. Had to do it that way just to keep the dream alive. See, I knew what I wanted when you didn't. Saw my future in the past. On that future, now I'm reminiscent. See,
Honestly, I don't think I sound that bad in comparison to how I sounded on those other tracks. Yeah, so let me show you this one. I'll show you another track just to juxtapose my rapping.
on the beats, didn't seek any reward or support from many.
No, not that one, because that one. Do I have any? I'll play this live version. Now, this is a little different just because it is live, so like it's obviously going to sound different, but you'll get the general idea how I sounded in 2016 rapping.
Gone in December, chasing to the winter wonder if I'll ever make it to my goal of 7 figures, and my goals are far deeper than collecting gold and silver. Isn't getting bigger, bigger picture. My life pressure sometimes keeps me up at night. Clear my mind alright, hoping that maybe I can make some sense of it, and my drive replenish it. See the finish line in this race, just have to finish it. You think I'm finished now? I'm just beginning now. Charlie Sheen, I'm winning now. Wanna know I can show you how. I've had doubts, but like Journey, I'm still believing. Chances I'm still seasoned. People I'm done cruising. They say left, I say right.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad. But when you hear like Vino and Biz rapping, it's like, oh yeah, no, this other dude is not a rapper.
I've been busy living on a mission, James Bond with the clear path, got that 2020 vision. Ain't nothing new to me, this is who's every new.
I'm rapping to you natural, like it's a brief discussion. Ozone, in space like the atmosphere. Many pages impale them like Vladimir. The impaler, impatient one.
Somebody might see me as an embarrassment, but somebody look at me and say, who's better than? Vibes to he and she got the beat on creatine. Niggas going crazy, be a spazzer repeatedly. 109 is infinity. No need for a calendar. Every day I put up shots.
I just wish I had mixed this project better. That is my only regret about this project. I used an ungodly amount of reverb on all these vocals because that's what I knew to do at the time. At this point, I think I understand how reverb works a lot better. So I don't just default to throwing reverb on stuff anymore. Yeah. What? Okay, I will have to respond to her later. Yeah, so that's the gist of. I thought that was going to take a lot longer to get through that stuff, but it didn't. Apparently people are looking at my account. That's cool. Interesting. Shocking. If you post on the internet, people see it sometimes. Yeah, so my initial plan was to like go through old music for like 2 hours. Not 2 hours, for an hour. But I'm kind of like 2018 is probably where I think I'm gonna stop. For now, and I can always revisit because I didn't play everything in all those folders. There's a lot of music that I could be playing from those other folders. Excuse me. And I didn't play all of it, so I can always come back to this and make this like a recurring thing where I play a few songs from my demo folders from over the years. But for now, I think that's gonna be it. So yeah, with that being said, it is time to transition away from playing old demos and into making a new song. So if you're on Twitch or you are on YouTube, you will have seen that you'll see that I am going to do a 2-hour songwriting challenge. So, 2-hour songwriting challenge. Let me explain how this works. So, this is a process I started last year. And essentially, what I do is I will set a timer for 1 hour. And in that hour, I have to come up with the general idea for the production for the song. Once that hour is up, I have to stop. And it's time for me to start writing lyrics and recording vocals. And I take another hour to do that. The goal is to be able to make it through 1 hour. Or the goal is to be able to make it to the end of the 2 hours and hopefully have a full song. But because this is a new process for me, we'll see how I do. But but this is partially a creative exercise in constraints so that I can see how I do, so I can challenge myself to get better. So anyways, with that being said, let me get all these other windows out that we don't need to see. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see that. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. You don't need to see my calendar. That's none of your business. Okay, here we go. Give me a second. System preferences is always at war with me. There we go. That's better. I don't know why or how that gets turned off, but somehow it does. I cannot explain how, but somehow it does. I just prefer it to have a full screen. Let me make one tweak to the camera for this, because you can't really see. I think I'm cutting this off a bit too. So I think I need to go to the nested view of this. All right, I think that should be good. I didn't mean to put that on the screen. Whatever. You get to see the process, but now you can see the keyboard. And you can see the machine, or the push, I mean. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Eventually for these live streams, I am going to have a on-screen timer, but just for the time being, I don't have an on-screen timer. But it's all right. It's okay. Let me see. Do Macs have a timer, like a clock app on here? Maybe there is one that I can use. I don't know.
Like, so
Why is Twitch playing audio? I don't want to hear the audio. I just want to make sure that my live stream is going. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Is there a clock app on here? Apple does not put a clock on the Mac. That's fun. All right. Let's see. Here's what I'm going to do.